So Elon Musk and Donald Trump now control the White House. They're promising big change, and I want to go over what they're saying, what they want to do, and let's just jump right in. So this is the headlines. Trump faces stiff challenges delivering on his promise, quote, golden age. So I guess that's in his inaugural speech, promising a golden age. He's also got this, Trump to call for, quote, revolution of common sense in inaugural address. And you got these headlines. Trump declares liberation, lays out expansionist goals. I'll give you the basic gist of it. Trump wants to enrich himself and his billionaire buddies. He wants to use the military on American soil. He wants to attack vulnerable groups. He wants to cut services that you need, cut all the regulations to protect you. A lot of stuff that we've been talking and other things. They're listing it actually all on the White House website, which we'll go over in a moment. There's a lot to go over, and my suggestion is just stay vigilant. Hang out in this community, and we'll try to help each other wade through this time. This is another headline. Melania Trump launches meme coin as crypto rallies on Donald's return. I just made a prior video about this. Basically, this is a way for them to get foreign money. I'll just be perfectly frank about it. They're doing it through dark money / crypto. And Trump launched his coin, got a bunch of money from that. And then Melania quickly threw together her own meme coin and is already raising money that. Trump did swear in, didn't put his hand on the Bible. For me, this isn't really a big thing. I'll let you guys be the judge of that if you care about this kind of thing. But I'll just say I did see it, and I'm just showing you that it did happen. This also is Trump to sign many executive orders. Up to 100 has been reported, so it's really hard to go through every single order. It's going to trickle out as we hear of these things, and then there's going to be a lot of legal challenges in court. I think there's a lot of stuff that's going to go to the Supreme Court, chances are, because he's really trying to push the envelope of how much power that he has. You guys know he has immunity from his court since people, he's got appointed judges on his side, etc. We'll see. Guys, I know it's hard to go through all these things, but I just want to keep you up to date on what's happening. He wants to take back to Panama, he's saying. Panama is pushing back on that. He also got this, right? He wants to, he did sign it, or he plans to sign an executive order to rename the Gulf of Mexico. That's going to now be a Gulf of America. We're all just waiting to hear when he's going to, just rename everything, Trump a casino or stuff like that. Normally I make a lot of jokes when we go with this stuff. It's hard to laugh, to be pretty frank, when we go through these things today. It's overwhelming. And again, it's a lot of executive orders very, very quickly. Biden had to do a whole bunch of emergency pardons. Usually I'm not a big fan of pardons. And also, if you watch my channel, I don't just say, hey, Biden is awesome and Democrats awesome all the time. I feel that's disingenuous. So I don't ever say that. I'll just say this. I have a feeling as Biden is leaving, because this is how it works in Washington, D.C. You get a general sense of what's going on around town. And it looks like Trump is most likely going to be attacking anyone who investigated him. So that's what this is all about. And so Biden probably had no choice but to do the pardons. Because my opinion, which I think is a pretty safe opinion, is after the whole January 6th stuff, you got to investigate Trump. You have to. And so then Trump's point of view is like, well, anyone who's investigated me, I'm going to go after you. So I think that's what's going on with the Biden stuff. And there's a whole bunch of flurry of things happening right now. And I would imagine as well that there's a lot of people in DC that are very nervous. I'll be perfectly frank. They've already changed the website at the White House. This is Trump. It says America is back. So that's him pointing. And he actually has the official photo up on the website. Again, this is the White House. If you want to see it, that's his official photo. Looks very similar to his mugshot. There's J.D. Vance's photo. And then I want to point out something that I think a lot of people probably overlook. This is on the White House website. So Melania's got an official picture, but J.D. Vance's wife does not, right? And, you guys can figure out what's going on here. It's the same, I'll just say one of these is a little bit different than the others. It's not hard to figure out, and it's a shame. I just find it, isn't it obvious? So you have, two official photos there, one official photo there, and then one person does not have official photo. So, there's that. And then Melania is heavily photoshopped, as you can see. So Usher didn't get official photo. On their website, this is on the White House, they list all these policy things, right? So I'll go through a couple of the highlights. There's a lot to go over. Basically it says, making America safe again. Here's the stuff that sort of stood out to me. So one, it says, President is suspending refugee resettlement. after communities were forced to house large. Okay, so basically, he doesn't want to help refugees. But make it simple. And then this is the one that really also stood out. Armed forces, including the National Guard, will engage in border security, which is national security, and will be deployed to the border to assist existing law enforcement personnel. So he wants to use the military, and we've seen reports of this. So the rumors were true, evidently, or the reporting is true, however you want to say it. But the idea is that we keep hearing that they want to use military assets for his mass deportation. So here on the White House website, they're saying putting the military, including National Guard, at the border. And I'm sure they can define that any number of ways, how they're going to use the armed forces. Like I said before, that there's already been reports that they're building detainment centers, however you want to call these things, private prisons. And so there's that. You also have this. I guess they're going to try to do more death penalties. Like I can see it here. That's literally what it says. The Department of Justice will seek the death penalty as appropriate for heinous crimes against humanity. So they want more of that. They want to undo a lot of Biden's policies. They're going to roll back as much as possible. But it's not just Biden stuff. I want to make this clear. It's not just Biden stuff. They really want to roll back a lot of American policy that we've had in place for decades. So it doesn't say here specifically because in terms of the money stuff, because it matters. Money stuff matters. Make no mistake. They're going to try to get you caught up on. I mean, obviously immigration stuff matters as well. It all matters. But I'll just say it. I don't see anything specifically mentioned of say like the FDIC. Are they going to get rid of that? Are they attacking Social Security directly? That kind of stuff. Right now they're just focusing on this part here. Make America Safe Again was focusing on kind of immigration, using the military, those things. Yeah, so that's why I point that out. They also have this Make America Affordable Again, and this focuses on energy. Like I said, there's a lot to go through here. I'm just kind of give you the general gist of it. I guess he wants to pull away from the Paris Climate Accord. We kind of knew that stuff already from the first time around. Deregulations and stuff like this. It says President Trump's energy actions empower consumer choice in vehicles, shower heads, toilets, washing machines, light bulbs, dishwashers, etc. So basically, consumer products wants to remove regulations, so maybe they're unsafe or use unsafe materials, all these kind of things. So this is all the stuff that I just want to show you. Like this is on their website of stuff they're saying. They want to define genders, I guess, is what they want to do. And this one actually stood out as well. And a lot of people may miss, because you got to read through everything. A lot of people may miss this one. It says American landmarks will be named appropriately, honor our nation's history. This kind of thing, I think this is probably going to appease, what's the right word to say it? We'll just say if you're from a certain region of the country, the southern part, and you prefer, Confederate flags and your Confederate heroes, I think it is going to appeal to those kind of people when you say, again, this is according to Trump's own, website, American landmarks will be named appropriately, honor our nation's history. So, they'll probably be renaming landmarks and things. For all we know, and actually we made jokes about this, but this was actually, and I told you before in the last video, Trump was tweeting out a picture of himself on Rushmore. So from his own words, American landmarks will be named appropriately to honor the nation's history. So there's that. Drain the swamp is what Trump says, is again on the White House website. So they want to get rid of DI. We already knew that. Then it says here, like this is what they say. President Trump is announcing an unprecedented slate of executive orders. Unprecedented slate. So they want to do a whole bunch of stuff. Want to call all the federal workers back to the office, and they're looking to fire as many people as possible. They talk about the lawfare stuff. That's what they say. So this is coming from the New York Times. You put it together with what's on the White House website. You can see here, close the border to asylum seeking migrants. And then this is a key one. Declare an end to birthright citizenship and a guarantee granted by the 14th Amendment for the children of undocumented immigrants. So I think they might be going after people who were born in USA, but their parents are illegal. So are they going to try to strip citizenship from those children? I mean, I don't know. New York Times is saying it'll be challenged in court, but that'll be something to watch. And I think that'll get really, really, really ugly. If Trump tries to deport families, I think that's going to be really ugly. It's all from New York Times. Involved in military, U.S. military and border security. This would draw immediate legal challenges because of the strict limits on American law and how armed forces can be deployed inside the country, right? So there are going to be a lot of challenges according to this stuff. Declare migrant crossings along the U.S.-Mexico border to be a national emergency. The reason why you would do that is then suddenly you can, deploy the military. You can try to get as many, as much funds as you can, and then you'll divert those funds to, private prisons. And I wouldn't be shocked, guys. I wouldn't be shocked if suddenly Elon Musk companies are building these private prisons or building the wall. I wouldn't be shocked. Even if it's not Musk, it'll be, one of Trump's buddies. It's all government contracts. That's why you would do the national emergency stuff. We talked about this before. With the tariff stuff, they're already talking about, there's the Trump people, putting it in a special wealth fund, then to divert that, to Musk and other billionaire buddies. They want to end the remote work policies and order many agencies back to the office 4 to 5 days a week. So basically, no more work from home if you're a federal employee, get you back. And then they're going to go after vulnerable people in the USA. So gender, diversity, and equity inclusion initiatives. This is what the Trump people are going to try to do. Establish biological sex definitions for federal workers as part of revised Title IX guidance to schools. So basically attack equality kind of things. Remove protections for transgender people in federal prisons. Remove protections for transgender migrants in U.S. custody. I just, you're going after the most vulnerable people. I'll just put it that. And I understand this. Musk always attacks transgender, gay, these kind of things. I'm not one of those kind of people. I'm not out to, and this is a small portion of the population. Like I said, the most vulnerable. So it's a shame. But that's what the Trump people want to do. Tariffs and trade, these are more executive orders. So it says here, direct federal agencies to begin investigation into trade practices, include trade deficits, etc. And then I guess, what does it say? Special exemptions. Yeah. So that's where the, it says unfair currency practices, counterfeit goods, and a special exemption that allows low value goods to come into the United States tariff free. So what they're talking about there is like if China, say, makes products and then ships into Mexico and then comes from Mexico into the USA or ships into Canada or whatever. But I think theoretically, it's not just China, but whatever country could ship them to Korea or ship them to the Philippines and then send them through that way. So basically, they're trying to do more tariffs. And again, the tariff money is really about taxing foreign goods and then sending it to Musk and their buddies' companies. That's sort of what they're doing there. So the tariff is a tax on you. The consumer will pay for it. It's to subsidize the billionaire buddies. Make it clear. Also says here, assess China's compliance with trade deal with Trump. So they'll do that. The External Revenue Service. Yeah, that's the name. I forgot the name of that thing, but that's what it is. And they call it the External Revenue Service. It's basically to trick you. They want to make it sound like the Internal Revenue Service. They want to make it sound like it's going to be a tax on foreign countries, but in reality, it's a tax on you. The American company who imports the foreign goods pays a tax, but then they pass the costs on to you. That's how that's going to work. So that's why they made a new agency. And the other people say, well, they already have, customs already handles that. Well, the reason why you'd make a new agency, then it makes it easier to funnel money to Musk and all the billionaire buddies, or the brolyarchy as we call it. Also says here, declare a national energy environment stuff that they're going to do immediately. Declare a national emergency, energy emergency, that is. So I guess it says here, which could allow him to unlock powers to speed permitting for pipelines and power plants. Yeah. If you guys remember, wasn't it called the Keystone Pipeline? Do you remember this, where you put a pipeline through Native American land and there was big concerns about whether or not it would poison the water there? So you'll probably see more of that kind of stuff. I think that's what that is. Order the federal government to roll back regulations that impede domestic energy production. So be drilling on federal land, that stuff. I won't be shocked if Trump suddenly is like, hey, we're going to put casinos and hotels on federal land. I wouldn't be shocked. We kind of knew this stuff, but these are all executive orders, I guess. Signal to attention to loose and tailpipe pollution. Okay. And then also to get rid of, I guess, the electric vehicle, push for that. So I wonder if they're going to cut Trump's or if Trump's going to cut Musk's subsidies to his companies. We're going to see. That's going to be an interesting one. Or if Musk gets some sort of special subsidies in a different way, which I think the tariff money is going to go mostly to Musk, in my opinion. We'll see how that ends up playing. But end of the day, obviously, if Musk is buying the presidency, he'll figure out ways to get contracts for his companies and benefit himself, of course. Yeah, roll back the energy regulations for dishwasher shower heads, etc. Open up Alaska wilderness to more oil and gas drilling. Eliminate environmental justice programs across the government aimed at protecting poor communities from excess pollution. So this kind of stuff, like I said, there's so much to go over, but this kind of stuff you do want to pay attention to because basically, like I'll give you an example. Musk wants to build data centers in poor neighborhoods, take their power, take their water. That's what we're talking about here. And then you want to eliminate any sort of oversight on that. So I'll read it again. Eliminate environmental justice programs across government, which are aimed at protecting poor communities and excess pollution. So it's all a shame. Like I said, I can't really make jokes today about this stuff. I don't find any of this funny. It's frankly sad. There's nowhere else to put it. Delaying the ban on TikTok. We already knew that he was going to do that kind of stuff. So, I'm sure Musk had a meeting with Trump and said, hey, I get money from China, work out a deal. Maybe I can buy TikTok. So that's what Trump's planning to do. All these executive orders. That's just some of it, though. The rumor's been he's going to do 50 to 100 of these things. He may be signing them right now as I record this video, but I just want to give you guys a general idea of what it is. I thank you every day for watching the channel. I just say, stay vigilant. We'll have conversations about this stuff, and I try my best to tell you guys everything. I know on YouTube, the more popular videos are just, focus on the drama, who insulted who, that kind of stuff. But I think more importantly, you should know what sort of policies that they're trying to do and the things they're trying to sneak, under the rug or whatever, and how they're affecting your money. So that's why we tend to focus more on money on this channel, because I think it's important to focus, it's government, taxes, money, etc. So that I don't really get too caught up in who called who what name or that kind of stuff. Because I think, yes, it's entertaining, but I think it's more important to focus on their policies. And unfortunately, their policies seem to be fast moving. They're trying to dump a lot on. My one hope, I would say, is that the Musk, these people are just so incompetent that they don't get anything done. There is a possibility of that. So I just want to give you a little bit of hope. I don't like any of their intentions. I can literally see all the stuff that they're doing. They're ill-conceived, poorly planned, that sort of stuff. And he's got a bunch of, people that are sort of, which word to say it, like kiss the ring kind of folk that are in the Trump camp, so they'll go along with it. The problem is that they have the keys to the car right now, and we're just trying to keep them on the road. That's my opinion on this stuff, and we'll keep a track of this together. And another thing, just a little bit of message of hope. You're not crazy. If you're watching the channel, you're trying to stay sane like myself, and understand that Trump only got 49% of the popular vote, so not even 50%. So you're not alone either. And Trump's old. He just maybe step back a bit. I think actually, honestly, as I talk about this all the time, I think Musk is probably going to be taking a lot more control than people realize. He's younger, weirder, how Musk is. And then Musk, then you got Peter Thiel. There's a whole cadre of these billionaire people that do have plans. And they just want to enrich themselves. I think that's their main focus, to enrich themselves. Whether or not, or how much, better way to put it, how much foreign influences are on these people, it's hard to say. That's why we try to track as much as we can. There's a lot going on right now. But I will say definitely that the people that Trump are picking are incompetent. So that's pretty obvious. And so as I said, the hope would be they try to do all this crazy stuff, but they're too incompetent to pull any of it off. So, but we'll see. Thank you for your time always when you watch, and I'll catch you on the next video.